We'll teach you how to make 300% a year.
The Millionaire booklet's going to give you 8 steps, and guess what?
And all you have to do is pay for shipping.
First, you're going to pay shipping and handling.
I have no shame, I have no guilt, I have no hesitation.
Alright, today's topic is money. And speaking of money, the very first thing that comes to my mind is usually a house. With a garden surrounding the house. A garage, I'm still not sure what's inside, but there is a sweet family in front of the house. And I see an easy life. The sun is shining, the flowers are blooming. The very next thing I can see they have it easy. You know, they are standing there, waving to me. If I can see myself, I can see my wife, I can see my wonderful sons. And we are standing there in front of the house. And we are just waving, the sun is shining, and we're having a good time. But it is just my subjective impression. An image drawn by my fantasy, driven by a mix of envy and something I still cannot find a proper name for. We all have been through it. We fall for it. And the most important part of it is that there are so many people that they are just telling us to go and get it. But here's the trick. There are so many, let's call them prophets. There are so many prophets telling you that there is an easy way to make a fortune. But only if you follow their 5 steps or 10 rules of conduct. Affirmation is very important, but affirmation, the way you perform it, is not effective because you did not read that one particular book describing the process step by step, or you are not a member of a golden club where everything is being laid out for you, black and white. Or quickly change the topic to investing. But the way you attempting to do it is not going to work because it's about the EFTs with the most SFT exposure or anything in that fashion. You know you have to have your own capital, right? But how to do it? No, don't think about it. Don't think about the actual money that you need in order to make money. Just watch some videos explaining on how to start a side hustle. Laying out 10 completely useless ideas on how to make some money on the side to start investing the proper way. And very often I felt, and now I fear that the best way to actually make money is to speak or write about ways to make money. Just think about it. You make money on people desperately looking for inspiration, motivation, wisdom and guidance, and instead ending up many hours into something that doesn't lead them anywhere. They have just spent 20 or 30 bucks on the next book, not even attempting to get close to the stuff that the author is boasting about on the cover. And let me get honest with you, I've been there, I've seen that, I've done that. And just have a quick look at all the amazing stuff reaching your mailbox every single day. Online stores have developed some express checkouts so that you can spend money quicker. But is there an express way to make money? Anyone who promises you this is a liar. This is classic. You are going to be told that you first need to subscribe and buy a book or watch few videos and follow for more. Look at all that guys sitting not in their cars, recording their videos on how to make their first million. And they are offering you a free training on how to actually achieve that step by step. But if you follow their footage closely, you're not going to find one single step. Like getting serious is a step. Okay, that might be a step. This isn't something that you wouldn't know on your own. But you can see all the prophets sitting not in their cars, in their backyards, chilling in a pool. Like this is what they do all day. Do not fall for it. The point about getting serious, it is a serious matter. But seriously. You need to get serious but not desperate. And if you wouldn't be serious, you wouldn't look for a way to improve on the quality of your life or the life of your family. Of course, you are going to do what's best for your family, but you cannot be desperate. And because you're desperate, you are trusting wrong people, just like Pinocchio did. So right now, without further ado, let's have a quick look at some stats. Let's get into investing. For example, 90% of all the people lose money in stocks. Only 1 to 2% of all the people investing in stocks make really good money trading. Okay, but let's get to the entertaining part. Let's try to find at least one person, at least one good example of a person who has made a lot of money in a fun, quick, and easy way. Let's take Rich Roberts for this example, now 67 years old, and his story is just incredible. He is probably one of the richest people you can come across. His father was a talented chemist who started a pharma company in 1948. Rich took over the company after his father, selling 70% over and retaining 30% of the company, still being in the game, still being active in the company. The company was known for steroid pills against gout pain, where the important element of the tablet was pig pituitary. Rich worked hard, days and nights, throughout, for several decades to stay in the game, to keep his father's company alive, still floating. In 2010, he increased the price of the pill from 9 cents up to almost $5 per tablet, starting to make a real profit. Few years later, 2012, he has sold his company for $800 million to a Japanese company. Now, that's the easy, fun, and quick way. It wasn't fun, it wasn't quick, and it wasn't easy. But let's take any other guy you can think about, like, I don't know, like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Bezos, Zuckerberg. But look, they have all started in a garage. And you are going to be in real trouble if you were just like me, not growing up in a house. I didn't even have a garage to start with. But this is not an issue at all. Like you can actually see a clear pattern. Like every single person who is serious about money and actually achieved something is going to tell you that there is no fun, easy, and quick way to make actually good money. And this is a sad truth that we all have to face. And if you see yourself confronted by this idea, you have to actually get serious about it. But let's give the case the benefit of the doubt. Wait, but maybe there is no sure, quick, fun, and easy way to build wealth. I believe that is the correct answer, and I'm not sure why I have ended the previous sentence with a question, but it's probably like the joke that goes like this. Why can't you answer all questions with questions? The answer is why not? Let's get a bit cringy, and I know this isn't fun, but it feels like we all get tricked and used for a purpose. And after some long time reflecting on it extensively, finally finding the pattern, reading between the lines, I reached the very same conclusion, that the best way to make money nowadays is to talk, discuss, and write books about making money. But let's focus on what to do with the money, or rather, what the money is for. Like, just face it, you don't need to get super rich to take your family out. You don't need a fancy car. A car of moderate worth is going to do just fine. Is it show off that is pushing you through? Or maybe changing your daily routine is going to do the magic? Will you sacrifice the time with your family for some extra dollars? Are you actually going to sacrifice the time with your family just to put on a show? And will you actually sacrifice the time with your family or with your spouse to make some extra dollars? Or maybe you are pushing too hard. Maybe you are just too focused on making money so that you can no longer think clearly. This is this is a question directly to you. I'm talking to you, straight to your heart. And I really do hope that you listen. And I really do hope that you're going to focus on the answer, closely listening to the question as it is stated. Would you start a YouTube account or a podcast presenting people with tips and tricks on how to get rich, knowing it is just a bunch of nonsense? In the best case scenario, nothing that no one wouldn't know on their own. Would you actually go out and lie to people straight in their faces, knowing that this is going to bring you actual profit? And I'm telling you right now, if you are actually willing and if you are ready to do that, you are going to do just fine. But then it raises a question. But is losing your integrity worth it? It's like the videos how to sell anything to anyone. It's not about what you're trying to sell, but how. And now I'm blown away. I guess my problem with that approach is that I wouldn't sell anything if I wouldn't like that myself. I wouldn't sell a product that I do not believe in. And I wouldn't sell anything to anyone without a particular reason. I wouldn't sell anything to anyone if that person wouldn't need it. And I even found a pretty lame rhyme to it. Selling to sell was a road to hell. Getting a bit more specific on this, I would not sacrifice my integrity to make some extra dollars. And I cannot get hypocritical. I just cannot bypass that firewall. I have tried, but I just can't. I just cannot jump over it. I can work hard, I really can. Of course I can. And I really find it dignifying. If you are able to work, and if you are going to perform your work, and if you are going to be honest, really honest about your work, you are going to make it. So the conclusion of today's discussion is you should get serious, but not desperate. And just ask yourself if losing your integrity is worth it. And now there is an idea that just hit me. If you have so many guys running around telling the other guys on how to sell anything to anyone, if people are getting better on sale, not on the quality of the product, the question is, what kind of difference does it make if it says a bestseller on the cover or on the box? It doesn't change anything. If people are getting better at selling, of course it is going to sell. And if it is a bestseller, it means it is being sold. But if it's good, it doesn't tell. So the sale doesn't tell you anything about the quality of the product in the first place. So this is something that scares me. Like, you have guys learning on how to winning debates, how to trap someone in a logical fallacy. So basically, people are learning on how to win debates. They are not being told on how to evaluate their ideas. They are not being told to ask themselves if they are right in the first place, because this isn't important at all. People are being taught on how to sell and how to win arguments, but they are not being told on asking themselves if they would buy it themselves, and if they are right, and if what they are fighting for is the right thing. This isn't even a question. So with that being said, once again, get serious, but not desperate. Think about your integrity, about your future. Just think if getting hypocritical is actually worth it. Because it might be that if you are looking at all the successful people, it is not the money that you are looking for. It might be that you are actually lacking the inspiration, motivation, and guidance, and experience, and expertise. It might be that you want to become a fulfilled person, but the money is just a bonus, an extra part attached to it. Or it might be that you are hurt deep inside and you are trying to impress the wrong people in the wrong way. So I hope that from now on you are going to make some good decisions and you are going to get actually successful. Thank you.